I said if I did. I didn't say I did. I said if I did. If. Because when you get like super sick and you don't have family to step in or a husband and stuff like that to help take care of you, you have to let your insurance pay somebody to come and check on you and help you bathe and light house cleaning and shit like that. That's the way the world fucking works. If you want to stay at home and don't want to be put somewhere. I sure as hell don't want to be put nowhere. I have Medicare and Medicaid. They'll pay for somewhat. But this is like a big if. This is not happening. I'm not saying it's going to freaking happen. It is a if it gets that far, thing. If it does. Right now, we're just finding out what it is, what we're going to do, what is the course of treatment moving forward. We're just going to see. Could just be another surgery that takes me 8 weeks to heal up from and 32 days of a period. It could just be that. It could be another leap. Or it could be something more drastic. They could have to take my whole cervix out and chemo or radiation or surgery may not even be an option. We don't know yet. So I had cancer tissue on my cervix in 2017 and they removed it with a LEEP procedure. So it's back. And the last 2 years I've had a couple biopsies. And that's all they've done is monitor it. Biopsies come back, no mutation. Well, my pap smear come back with mutation of the cells. So now I'm doing another round of let's see what it is. I go back on the 20th. And I'm so freaking nervous. Thank God they're gonna. I'm so nervous to leave my dogs here and go off. And maybe come back and one of them unalive the other one because I don't have carriers for all the littles. They need to be put up, but that's just hard. Yeah, a lot of people have workers' comp. My friend has that. She injured her back, and she has short-term and long-term disability coverage on that. I'm fortunate enough that I've been on disability since I was 16. That I have good health insurance, because I couldn't afford to go to the doctor and have treatments of any kind if I didn't. It's here. The storm's here, y'all. Alright, now. So, it puts a lot of things in perspective. Saying you're done having kids and then facing the fact that it's going to be taken from you and that decision's going to be out of your hands. And I'm still pretty young, but it's not that I want more kids. It's like it sucks that it's going to be taken away from me, or it could be taken away from me. And that's reality of the situation. You don't need no kids. I've heard that shit out of people. All the shit you go, it don't make a damn. Don't be telling me that dumb shit. I have to sit here and live the reality of it, that all I'm facing, health-wise, mentally and everything else. So don't be telling me that I don't need something. Didn't say I was going to have it. But when it's taken from you without your consent, it is a totally different experience than if you decide and you go in and you electrically have it done. And people regret that decision. The number one regret in women is a tubal ligation. Most of them cry after they have it because you're done. You're completely done with that aspect of your life. It is completely over. And then women that's had hysterectomies, it's taken from you. You're done. So life is going to life has already took the chance that I had to be a mom away from me. And now they're going to take the ability to ever have any more away from me too. That's how I feel about it. Because if my cervix is gone, there's nothing to hold anything up in there. It'll just fall out. And I can't even carry the term anyway because I've already had surgery on my cervix. And if they decide to take everything out, then you know you're done. Yeah. And people that don't go through that, they don't understand it. It's not that I'm going out here trying to impregnate myself or something. Thank you. It's the simple fact that it's going to be taken from me. It's like taking a man and chopping his nuts off. To them. They don't understand it. And the other people looking in from out, they're like, oh, well, you didn't need no more anyway. What? That don't make me feel no fucking better about being gutted. Don't make you feel no damn better about that shit. You don't feel like yourself no more. You feel like somebody else. You're a different person when you have that done. I don't care what you say you are. And you have to come to terms with that and heal from it. You're never the same again. It don't matter if you're done. You ain't had babies in 10 or 15 years. When it's taken from you, it's taken. Well, even if I did, I wouldn't have them. I wouldn't have any more children because I've lost custody of my other kids due to their fathers and their families, and I feel like they wouldn't let me keep them, and I'm not going to put myself through that shit again. And I'm also not going to put myself through pregnancy loss again. So, that's the way I feel. I'm really attached to my lady bits. And I feel like I won't be the same. I feel like, even though I'm starting to go through menopause already, which is not good, and that can be a sign of cancer, I feel like, it's a part of me, and if that part's gone, I won't be me no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably crazy, and it's probably just in my head, but that's the way I feel. I feel for you. I went 17, I like 2 days being 17 weeks pregnant with a little boy. And I had to be induced and have him at almost 17 weeks of gestation. And I was in labor for 2 days. And it destroyed me mentally. It destroyed me. I wept and wept and wept and grieved for that little baby. And I still grieve for him. And I'm just like scared to death if I ever got pregnant again that it would just happen again, or somebody would take my baby away from me when I got to love it just like all the rest of them. And how could I do that to me again? How could I destroy myself when I worked so hard to get back where I'm at? How could I do that to me again? How could I let myself down? I can't do that. I always wanted a big family. I won't ever have that. I feel like I can't be happy. If things were different, even with the pregnancy loss, even if I had the pregnancy loss, if I had custody of my other kids, I might, thank you, I might have more children, especially facing the fact that I might not have a uterus next year. I might do that. You know, after I was cleared by my doctor, I wouldn't do it like and jeopardize my health. But with the cards that I've been dealt, it's just time to fold them damn things. Life is never going to be the way I want it to be. It's never going to turn out the way I want it to be, and it's never going to change because the government. There's a video that I found on here that I've been meaning to post about how CPS works. And it just pretty much 100% tells how they operate. And I'm going to see if I can stitch it in here. I did download it, but I may just post it so y'all can watch it. But y'all need to watch it, because that's exactly what they fucking do. And the sad thing is when my kids can't even have kids. Because if they have children in the same state that they've had CPS involved in their bringing up, they're going to go right back into their life and take their kids away. And if they're not a family member that's young enough to take them, they're going to put them in a system and adopt them out. Ugh. And that's just the way they do. They keep on coming after the same fucking people. I was in foster care system when I was a child, and then they come after me when I had children. Mainly because of their father, that he had been in the system with his previous children that I knew nothing about. And they just kept on coming after me until they took him away. And he was the ringleader of that shit, lying to me and then going and running and telling CPS shit. Him and his mother and sister and the rest of his fucking family. And that's how they gained custody of my kids. And my ex-boyfriend and his mother and all of them done the same shit. Gained my trust and then stabbed me in the fucking back. Now, I never mistreated my kids in any sort of way. I tried to protect them from them. They had, and the wild thing was, while I was sitting over there when he ran off with some other fucking woman and took our only vehicle, and I was sitting over there 8 fucking months pregnant with a baby and had a 1-year-old, and we didn't have no food or nothing to drink in the household. I called his fucking family and they told me I could drink damn tap water. So I had to get out and walk 4 miles to the fucking store with a stroller pushing my 1-year-old 8 months fucking pregnant. Almost went into labor. Somebody seen me walking up there. She was in a home health. She was visiting a patient. And she took me to the store and took me home. No, he didn't fucking work. He robbed everybody. All he done was steal shit and get in trouble. He had a felony for theft. He's living with this woman that was 20 years older than me. She was all the time, I'm old enough to be your mama. Ma'am, my mother wouldn't have fucked my husband. She was a shitty person. My mama was in a lot of damn ways. But she wouldn't have fucked my husband. So don't be telling me that you're like my mother, because you ain't my fucking mama. You're a home-wrecking whore. Get that shit right. Well, he's done her the same way he fucking done me, and she left and went back to her damn husband as soon as he got out of jail. Karma's a bitch, ain't it? I put up with that shit, and I stayed. Why? Because I was stupid and young. I put up with a lot of shit that I didn't deserve. I won't do that again. Ever. I wish I'd have never come back to Coleman. Run out of money or not, I wish I'd have found me government apartments up there in Tuscaloosa somewhere, and I would have never fucking come back to Coleman County, because it is all it ever done is bring me heartache and disappointment. It's raining like hell over here. I think it's hailing. I got the door open where I can see. I did move. I moved into another county. Heavy rain near your location. Yeah, I can see that. It's raining like hell. I did move. I sold my place up there and moved over here and almost lost my damn SSI check over that shit. And I have blamed myself for so many fucking years for everybody else's bullshit, and I'm not doing that no more. No, that ship sailed a long time ago. There ain't nothing left in Tuscaloosa for my ass no more. I'm happy and content where I'm at. I would like to get me a second house, but that's not possible. Drawing SSI, they'd take my check away because it was a considered asset. I would like to move up there where I'd be closer to my doctor and close by to go meet my little girl instead of being 2 or 3 hours away from her where I can't even go see her. I'd like to move closer. It would help me a lot, but can't afford that. It's not even relevantly possible to have 2 houses when you're poor. Well, I technically do, but the other one's is a shithole and needs to be like demoed and just be land. You know what? When I tear that old trailer down and clean that place up, I'm just going to stick a little down shed off a TikTok shop or Lowe's or something, the cheapest damn one, or Marketplace over there where I can say it's a damn structure and homestead it where I don't have to pay all that damn land tax on that stuff. Because land is so freaking high when it's just land. It'd be $200 or $300 just for the land tax up there. So I put a structure on there and homestead it. Say it's a house. Just put a little shed on there. It's a house. Put a pole beside it. Make it look like a light pole. They'll never know the difference. There you go, a tiny home. I plan on leaving that to my kids. My kids will have that 4 acres up there. Put them a couple of mobile homes up there, and then they'll have a place to live. I can't do that. I promise. My papa wouldn't. He worked his ass off his whole fucking life for that place. And the day that he had 16 fucking strokes and become a vegetable, he made me promise him at the age of 14 that I wouldn't never let nobody sell that damn place because my name's on it. And I've had to fight tooth and nail to keep that promise all these damn years. And I just can't fucking do it. And everybody's like, he's dead and gone. That don't mean shit. It does mean something to me. I gave my fucking word. I don't break my word. I've never broke my word. And I'm not going to start now. If I'm with you, I'm fucking with you. Period. It means a lot to me. And he meant the world to me. And I'm not going to do it. He wanted it kept in the family. I'm going to give it to my kids. And they can live on it. They want to fucking sell it, they can. I hope they don't. Because I'm going to leave them all a damn note. That it's family property that goes back over 100 years. When it was first bought, the mortgage payment was $1.50. I found all the old mortgage paperwork. My papa didn't mortgage it. But his in-laws did, and that's who he got it from. So he had to pay the mortgage off and have it transferred over into his name. $1.50. He worked 2 jobs at a sawmill to pay the mortgage. He paid Jim Walters $1,500 to build him a house out there for us. And my brother destroyed it after he got sick. And it had to be tore down last year. And it made me want to throw up. I was raised in that fucking house. I can, but I will never live there. I'll never live there. That is a thing of the past for me. Yep. It is not the present. I have a home that I purchased, and it needs between $6,000 and $10,000 worth of work that I don't have the money for, and I'm trying to save it up. But every time I get it saved up, guess what? Something else fucking breaks, and it just a never-ending cycle. I'll never live there. I can't. There are too many painful memories there. Even the memories of them is damn painful to me because I had to watch them die at the age of 14, 6 months apart. One in June and one in January. And he wasn't a man when he died. He was just a body with a heartbeat. He was gone. His mind was gone. His mind left that day last day I talked to him when he had them strokes. I remember hugging him in the hospital for the last time, talking to him while he's still in right state of mind. Telling him that I loved him. And that was the last time I ever fucking seen him. Talked to him. He lived 6 more months, bedridden, had to wear a damn diaper that I had to help change. And he took his last breath on Father's Day and was buried on my birthday in June. And I was lost because he was the only person that gave a shit. And then I was just thrown off with my addict of a fucking mother that she would take me and leave me somewhere for 9 or 10 months at a time with somebody, anybody. And she'd come back and she had the jerks so bad. It's like them home movie videos that people make making fun of these people out here on the street corner that can't quit moving. She was like that. That was my whole fucking childhood. And then she died 4 years later from that in front of me. She had help. And then I had no home, nothing. I was thrown out. When my mom died, I was tossed out on the fucking street. Barely 18 years old. Or a little over 18. It was leave or be institutionalized because I wouldn't conform to what they wanted me to do. They couldn't control me. So they was going to have me institutionalized. So I run away in the middle of the night. And it was hell. I never had a place to live. I don't believe until I got this one that I've ever had a place of my own to live. Just staying here and there and everywhere, wherever I could. Like a damn gypsy. This is the only home I've ever had in my entire life, other than staying with my papa and them. When I was really, really young. And I never stayed there. I wasn't allowed to stay there. I'd be ripped away and took somewhere and dumped all the freaking time. Never knew where I was going to sleep, where I was going to end up. This is the first home I've ever had where I feel like hopefully the rug won't get pulled out from underneath me and I lose it like I've lost everything else. Nope. He was left at great-grandma and grandpa's. He had complete run of everything. Everything he'd done was okay. He was up on a pedestal. He never was confronted. He was gave cars. He was gave whatever he wanted. He never had to do nothing but exist. Hang out with his friends. Be a kid. Do whatever. I went to work at 8. I was told I had to fucking grow up. I was being essayed from the time I was 8 years old. No, I knew that nobody wanted me and nobody loved me. No, I have 3 half-brothers and a half-sister. None of them want anything to do with me. And I don't want anything to do with them. And it wasn't just because I thought that from the way I was being treated. These people that was supposed to be my shelter and my love and my comfort and have my back because they was my fucking family, they would straight up tell me to my face that I wasn't good enough, that they never wanted me, and they wanted to get rid of me. And the sight of me made them sick to their stomach. My mother told me she never wanted to have a girl. And that's why she couldn't stay at home, because she couldn't stand to look at me for who my daddy was. But yet she laid down and got pregnant with my ass and decided to have me into this world to mistreat me. And that's why she couldn't stay at home, because the sight of me made her sick to her fucking stomach. And she never loved me. All I ever wanted was my mom to love me and spend time with me. And I fought for that my entire life. I would starve myself until she would come home. From the age of 4 years old, I'd starve myself so my mother would come back home. I have lost my children. I have lost my home. My marriage was shit. Everybody has treated me like I'm fucking nothing. I don't matter. I've never mattered. And going forward with, cervical cancer issues and everything else I'm having to face, and I'm just going to try to suck it up and just go on through it. I want what I want, but I can't have what I want. Because this world won't allow me to have it. The government won't allow me to have it. Other people won't allow me to have it. Because God forbid that I try to take my life back, stand on my own 2 feet, and be fucking happy. They got to take that from me. But I want to be able to live, be free, not have somebody to reign over my life, destroy. Every time I get to a place where I'm okay and I feel like, my life is starting to look up, there's somebody comes in and just knocks it down, takes it all away, makes it so fucking miserable for me that I'm on the point of having a freaking mental breakdown. And it seems like every freaking time. So I'm over here, things are going pretty good. I haven't talked to my neighbor in a while. I've seen her, she hasn't really waved at me. I don't know what's going on, if she's mad at me, I hope not. They haven't really said anything, been over here. I hope I haven't done anything to make them mad. I am a little bit, cringy about other people and my animals and things like that. And my neighbor up here that has the German Shepherds that works up here at the city hall and does, the water and shit. She did talk to me the other day. She's really nice, and she was really nice on the phone. She's the one that set up my water when I moved over here. Her dog had got run over. Poor dog. It looked pitiful. I know that dog was hurting. But she took it to the vet and got it, situated and everything. It had a cone on and had to looked like 2 different surgeries. And it'll be alright. It just it'll have a no nub. Its tail's gone. She talked to me about a week or so ago. I think she's just wanting to interact with me. She said it was because she seen a dog running up the road. She thought it was one of mine, but I think she just wanted to talk to me. And it's not that I'm antisocial. It's just I keep to myself because it seems like people cause fucking problems. And I don't want them to think that I think that the neighbors are out to get me or some kind of shit. But I did kind of come off like that one day. Because everywhere I've lived, somebody started shit for me about the dogs or something. People used to come at my house and scream at me and tell me if I had animals that I was a sorry piece of shit and that I cared more about them dogs than I did my kids and this. And I've been told that so many damn times. I don't fucking have my kids. First of all, I care more about them kids that I've got pregnant with and carried and birthed than I do any fucking thing. And that always will be the case. I shouldn't have to change to please somebody else. And it's just a damn excuse to put me down. It's all it is. All I have is my dogs right now, and they will be taken care of. Regardless of what anybody else thinks. I will make sure that I am the best dog mom that I can be. Because that's all I can do right now. They're not going to live forever. Yes, they are. Sure as hell our dogs are loyal. So I've got a 15-year-old Shih Tzu. I got a 12-year-old one. I got a 5 and a 6-year-old. I have a 14-year-old wiener dog. I have a 10-year-old miniature pincher mix. And then the rest of them are Shih Tzus. And I have one that's like 2 years old. And then I have one that's, they're 2 years old. And that's the youngest ones I've got are like 2. I've got 3 of them. And my big dogs, my Dalmatians, this one in here, she's 4. This one's 4. That one's 7. That one's 10, and then Pongo is freaking, he'll be 11 this year. They ain't damn young. They're up in the tooth. Yes, it's raining. Not really heavy. It was a while ago. It kind of stopped. Now it's raining again. But they're not young dogs. They're not going to, but people think that these dogs are going to live to be 45 years old, I guess. They're not. Because they're my babies. That's how I keep up with all of them. Because they're my babies. And I know all their birth dates. And most of them are registered. I've got a couple that are AKC registered. Some of them are most of them are CKC, and they all got their dates of birth on there. And I remember the day that I got every single one of them. No, nobody helps me with dog food. I looked for deals. I feed mine lamb formula, Purina dog chow. And I never planned on having 8 dogs. I never did. It was not my plan, but it just kind of happened that way. And they'll always have a home with me, and I will be very sad when they pass. And I hope it's a long time, but Elsa's blind. She's 15, and usually Shih Tzus don't live past 14 years old, and she's completely freaking blind. I've got to go put some stuff in her eyes to leave them up. Her tear ducts don't work no more. She has a growth. My wiener dog has growths all over her. They think she's got cancer. So, they're up in years. Pongo's got a tumor. Dogs don't live fucking forever, like people think. Elsa is cream and white. She looks like the Shaggy dog. Thank you for the march. That's cute. I picked something that would move. And the older they get, the more medical shit they need. That's what's... I spent more on freaking medicine this month for my dogs than I did damn food. Because I've got one with a skin condition, and Elsa's got a chronic eye condition, and then I've got a couple that's got freaking very bad anxiety. And that's $30 or $40 for a bottle of pills. Belgian Malinois. Them dogs can be they can be difficult. They're more intense than a German Shepherd. Not that they're expensive. Belgian Malinois dogs are very like high-driven dogs. And don't just go out there and get them because they look cute. Do your research. They need a lot of training, a lot of exercise. They're the number one dog that they train to do, what is it, guarding work or whatever they call it. So I do all my grooming. I bought a pair of clippers last month. That was $177. I do all my own grooming. I probably suck at it, but it's at a home haircut. It is what it is. I groom all of them. I try to keep them cut at different times. That way I got 6 weeks to let their hair grow out. Else it needs to be trimmed. She is a pretty girl though. I do all my shots that I can do at home. They all have to have rabies shots this year. So when I get my car back, I've got to try to load all these fatties up in my car and take them. Which I'm trying to get the vet to give me a prescription, or I can do them at home. Because Dottie has to be completely sedated when she goes into the vet, and I really don't want to have to do that because of her fear aggression towards people. I groom all my dogs myself. I'm not great at it, but I get it done. It takes me like 2 hours to groom one. And then I wash them real good. You have to be careful. Nicking them around their ears and stuff is very easy to do. And the older they are, the thinner their skin is. And puppies have thin skin too, so you have to hold their skin tight. And I cut them down as short as I can get them without it being the bare skin. That way it takes longer for the hair to grow back. Thank you. So I groom all my babies that are long-haired. And I need to start giving them a bath once a week. They stink. I got to give my big dogs a bath. I've been procrastinating on that. Been procrastinating because they bite the hell out of me and they're going to knock me in the bathtub and it's going to be water every downwhere all over the bathroom. They're going to be knocking everything off in there because they hate water for some damn reason. All it done was like sprinkle rain over here for a minute and then just quit. That's what I'm talking about. It ain't going to do nothing. Now, there's something that I haven't been doing, but I've got me some gloves, and I'm going to have to start doing it. I have not cleaned out their anal glands. Ugh. It's something I'm not looking forward to doing. Yep, I'm going to do it in the bathtub. But they need it. I ain't had their anal glands cleaned out in a while, and they've been scratching their asses on the ground outside, and that's a sign that their anal glands are stopped up. Yeah. Supposedly it's better to do it without a glove on. I don't know if I could stomach it. If I got butt goo on my hand, I probably would have a dumb spastic fit. Maybe gonna come a storm. Who knows? But I'm about to get off here. I'm starting to get hoarse, y'all. Listen, you hear it? I don't know if it's here or not. I'll keep y'all updated. I'll get back on here in a little bit. But I'm going to get off and give my voice a rest. Been on here about an hour or two. I'll get back on a little bit and update y'all. Salutations.